Peace. It's your boy, Sincere Seven. Let's get into it. Motherfuckers say that I'm foolish. I only talk about jewels. Do you fools listen to music or do you just skim through it? I had to speak over it because y'all know how they be. They be blocking your shit because you got somebody else's music playing in the background. So I had to say it over it. Motherfuckers say that I'm foolish. I only talk about jewels. Do you fools listen to music or do you just skim through it? That's what Jay-Z asked on that track. And I'm going to tell y'all, it's your boy, Sincere Seven, coming to you live and direct from the Psychonaut Academy in Detroit, Florida edition. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling nice. Let me tell y'all, I feel fucking great. Let me just be clear. I'm not triggered. I'm not bothered. I'm noticing. And I am bringing what I notice to my my platform, okay? My platform. So I'm seeing this shit. I'm seeing this shit. I'm seeing this shit. And I was like, are they serious right now? Are they serious right now? They literally posting my man pic with this all of this shit that he done stated, right? And let me be clear. I don't know if the shit's true or not. I don't know if he gives his wife a $250,000 a year to sit at home and be cute and drops her off, you know, the shopping money, all the shit that he just said. All of the shit that he just said, right? And if y'all don't know, we talking about the Yada post that went viral. The post that the brother's saying, you know what I'm saying, that he drops 250,000 on his wife and, you know, all of this shit, right? And so I'm like looking at it and I'm like, yo, people are sharing this shit. This right here, y'all, if y'all don't know what I'm talking about. This right here, this is what I'm talking about. All right. The brother say, I pay my wife $250,000 a year to be a stay-at-home mom. This is money I have no access to, nor does she pay any bills in her home. She can save it, invest it, or spend it. That's between her and God. She also receives a monthly shopping allowance and yearly all paid for vacations to anywhere in the world with her friends. My money is her money, and her money is her money. Any man can get a woman, but it takes a special type of man to maintain a woman on all levels. That's mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and financially. All praise is due to the Most High. Okay, that's the post. And this shit is going, you know, pretty much going viral. And my post that I put up says, it's an amazing to me how many women and men are sharing this as if they're saying something. Did they leave out that he beats on his women? So I guess y'all showing what's important to y'all. But we can already see from a lot of relationships that y'all already accept abuse, so you might as well get paid for it. So this is what brings me to this. Because I had a woman who posted and said, what did she say? Hold on. I want y'all to hear this shit. I want y'all to hear this. This is why I'm like, wait, really? She says, this post has so many men in their feelings. Listen to this. Goes to show you just how lost most men are when it comes to a structured household. Well, first and foremost, you can check my resume. Before I even get started, I invite you all, if you are planning on responding to this, I want you to check my resume. Okay, I always say that. And so few people that come on my shit to argue with me actually do it ahead of time. So to any woman who's thinking you gonna come on here and speak on how, oh, he got you triggered because he do and did and you don't, check my resume. Hold on, somebody said, I seen that. Honestly, don't think that's 100% true because we as women love to share. I don't think if she moved like that, he would be with her. Now, that's what I said I wasn't going to do is speak on things that I don't have access. So I can't say what type of woman that is. But I can say that anywhere that I seen that going around, I made sure to just go ahead and post a little link. Hold on, let me put that right up there for y'all. Yada's baby mom runs to the neighbor's home to get help after she was getting her ass whooped. So this is where I'm going with this. In this day and time, this audacity, this thought process of, oh, a man is supposed to provide this, that, and that, and that's what he's supposed to do. And this whole ideology of, yeah, he need to take care of me financially, and this is like, it seems to be that this is what we have started to focus on. And my whole thing was like, so we're really going to use this guy as a poster child for a structured household. So are y'all telling me if your man pays the bills and sends you on vacation, he can beat your ass? I had a brother King something. I posted on his shit, and he started talking about all of the masculine deities and this and that. They always provide. Come on with the. Never mind. I ain't gonna touch on that. But when I, as a man, think of providing, not only is the financial providence something that I hold to my heart, but so is the physical safety of that woman. So is the emotional stability of that woman. So is the so it's like, that's what I'm saying. Is like, sounds like Diddy and Casey. See what I'm saying? Like, people from the outside, when they see some shit like, oh, this individual's dropping some dollars, they get to like sharing this shit as if like trying to shame men. Like, see, if y'all ain't doing this, y'all don't. I read a chick that say, most men don't think like this. This is why I stay single. When I read it, my first thought was, shit, that's why your ass stays single. For sure. I can see that. Because like I told my ex and our children, the idea that we're talking about, there's no problem with that idea. That idea should be a man's. For me, I've spoken to my ex and our children about this same subject. And what I told them is, for you to speak that out of your mouth, that that's what the fuck is supposed to happen, is totally null and void. If a woman tells me this is what a motherfucking man's supposed to do for me, she automatically disqualifies herself. Because what you telling me is, I'm a bum ass bitch, I ain't got shit, I don't do shit, and I need you to care for me. That's not why we care for women. We, as the men who care for women financially, mentally, physically, is because you all are valuable. And this is the part that a lot of women just seem to look right over. No, because I'm a woman. No, the fuck is not because you're a woman. Who the fuck keeps telling y'all this? Because you're a woman, you're supposed to be cared for and taken care of and paid for. Bullshit. Bullshit. If you ain't got shit of value, why the fuck should I be taking care of you? Okay, so let me flip it around real quick, because I know some women be getting all triggered and shit when I tell the truth, as y'all say about men. So let me flip it around real quick. Imagine this. No, because he's not doing nothing but studying what he thinks a woman wants and pulling on that. Looks like a master manipulator. That's exactly what we're talking about. That's exactly what and that's why the majority of these women in the community are being manipulated, because they foolish ass will see some shit, follow some shit, and create this as the standard. Hold on. Pause. Wasn't one of the last men that was being spoke of as being the type of man that you're supposed to be? What that nigga name? Papoose? Hold on, I'm just gonna wait for a second so y'all can just, I want y'all to just sit for that for a second and clear up like soak up what I just said. All women ain't good women. I'll say, hey, facts. You goddamn right, all women ain't good women. You damn right. So while we trying to run this whole plethora of men ain't shit, like, what the fuck make y'all think every fucking woman is supposed to be taken care of? Is supposed to be financially cared for, mentally cared for, emotionally cared for? There's a lot of women out here that ain't shit just like men. The question is, do we have the ability to discern between the two? Or do we see shit on social media and be like, oh yeah, that's what's up. Oh, Papoose, if y'all niggas ain't like Papoose, oh, Papoose, y'all niggas ain't like, he was Okay, so let me go ahead and go where I was going with this. We gonna post a woman Leave Papoose alone for the little tank. We gonna post a woman up, right? And we gonna post some shit like, oh yeah, no. This is a woman posting. This is a woman posting. Okay. She says, I cook for my man every single night. It's not a day that he comes home that he don't have his house coat and his cigar or his blunt roll for him at the front door. You know what I'm saying? And I make sure the kids is fed and have been educated and are put into a state of calmness before my man gets home. And then all the dudes start sharing this shit. Like, see, why y'all women ain't like this? She cooking, she holding motherfucker down, she this and that. And all the women are going, wait a minute, you do know that this chick let her homeboys run trains on her while you at work, right? Are you aware that this woman is letting other motherfuckers bust her ass completely the fuck open while you at work? So, and now this is the men's, because this is how I'm reading it. This is the men's response. Oh, so what? Y'all want to focus on everything to not have to stand up to what it is we expect y'all to do. Me personally, both of y'all's fools. And that's how I'm seeing this whole shit. People are sharing this shit as if we need to be paying attention. Hold on, shorty. Can I beat your ass too? Can I beat your ass too? Because if I'm going to be goddamn on, now, let me be clear. This is not me saying this. This is what I'm seeing from what's being posted and what's being shared. Okay, let me be clear. What I'm seeing is women are saying, literally, I read that post directly from what the fuck the post say. Like, literally, it says it right here. I ain't gonna put the chick name out there or whatever, but that's what it say right here. People are finding problems and this and that because hold on, let me go back to it because I don't want to. Oh, this brother. Anyway, but she's saying that this is a structured household. We are bothered because they're showing us what a structured household looks like. And I'm sitting here going, so y'all telling me that we can structure a household off of beating your ass as long as we send you on vacations and you a stay-at-home mom. Well, I'm going to tell y'all, all of my women have been stay-at-home moms unless they wanted to go to work. None of my women have had to pay bills. None of now, do I drop them $250,000 in an account to do what they want to? Nah, for what? What are you doing? Like you staying at home. You a stay-at-home mom. Like what you need $250,000 a year for? And you could be upset with that if you want, but what I'm saying is I give my women the opportunity to get what they want and do what they want. I'm paying all the bills. I'm taking care of everything. All you got to do is educate yourself, start a business, take care of the kid. I don't know, sit fucking home. That's on you. What I require is to be my woman, to be where I can come and lay my emotions down, where I can come and lay my thoughts down, where I can come and make love to what's mine, right? So what I'm saying is, yeah, I'm a provider, but the idea of dropping two. Now, let me tell you what I do. I've let all of my women know. Because for those of y'all who know me, y'all know I'm poly. I let them all know that you don't have to work. You don't have to worry about bills. You don't have to do none of that. And watch this. Be it that I take care of all the bills, I'm the breadwinner, and you might be sitting your ass at home doing nothing. I tell you what you can do. You can start yourself a private account. I don't care. You have an account that only you have access to. And you can put money in there, stash, save. You can do whatever you want. So if you ever feel like this at some point in time might not work, go ahead and put you a little stash together. Put you 10, 20 G's aside to where, all right, this ain't work and I'm leaving. Okay, good. You have something to fall back on. I don't have a record of leaving my women. I don't have a record of, oh, well, it's time for you to go. This ain't working out. Get the fuck on. So 90% of the relationships that I've been in, if a woman wasn't there no more, that was off the fault of her. You understand what I'm saying? So do I believe in a woman setting up something for her in case she has to get the fuck on? Yeah, I'm cool with that, right? So that's my idea of security. But this whole, and then the other thing that got me is I'm seeing women post this shit, and I'm saying, you ain't never even been cared for, let alone motherfucking catered to like that. So to put it out there as if, oh, y'all niggas don't know how to be a, you don't know how to get a man. Let's be clear, because majority of motherfuckers be complaining about what they not gonna do, what they don't feel like they should have to do. What they, to me, that shit is all red flags. Like I was walking, let me speak on this. I'm walking past the room, and my son and my daughter is in the room talking, and my daughter says to my son, I don't have to go to school. I don't have to graduate. I don't have to learn shit. And I don't have to earn shit. I'm a woman. You need to learn. You need to educate. You need to get yourself something so you'll be able to take care of your woman. But I'm a woman. I don't have to do that. I'm walking past and I'm hearing this shit and I stop like, once she finished that statement, I bust in the room. Pow. Hey, what the fuck? What? Repeat that shit you just said to your brother. And she repeated it. And I said, where the fuck did you get some foolish shit like that from? And she looked me dead in my face and was like, you. And I was like, what the fuck? I ain't never said that. She said, you did say that as a man that you supposed to this and you supposed, ho. That's what I had to say to her. Let me explain something to you, baby girl. Don't you sit and hear conversations that I have with my son and think that this is for you to absorb and implement into your mind. That was for him as a man. This is why rites of passages and initiations are important, because we fucking our children up. Listen what I told her. This is what I say to my sons. I want my sons to be stand-up men. I want them to be stand-up individuals. I want them to protect their women. I want them to provide for their women. I want them to have a balanced state of being a man in our community. But let me just say to you, daughter, I want you to have these same things as a woman. And so the idea that you have because of what you heard me tell your brother is completely wrong. Let me tell you what should be being said to you by your mother. You need to educate yourself. You need to bring yourself to a state of self-reliance. You need to be able to show that you are worth, listen to me, you are worth a man having. And if you think that that is just because you are a woman, then I have severely fucked up your thought process. So I invite you to erase all of that shit that you heard me say to your brother and take on your own motherfucking thought processes. Women out here, if you listen to me, understand something. If you have the idea that this is what the fuck is supposed to happen, and so you set yourself up to wait for that, you are worthless. Let me sip this tea real quick. If I allow my daughter to keep walking around with that thought process, she is worthless to any man who is worth something. You have no value to a man who is worth something. I am not self-appraised. There's a lot of individuals out here doing self-appraisals. Do y'all know what that means? If you are in real estate and you own houses and you are getting ready to put one of your houses on the market, you do not put the value of that house. You do not determine the value of that house. That house must be appraised, and individuals will give you the value of that house based off of certain standards. In our culture, in our time, the majority of women are self-appraising. You can be mad at me all you want, but the appraisals that you're putting on yourself is bullshit. You are not worth what you think you are worth. You have not the value that you are putting out to individuals. And if you think that you are supposed to be cared for, loved, cherished, and spoken for and taken care of just because you have a pair of titties and a vagina, you have life fucked up and your value is very low. Okay? It's low. Should a woman be cared for? Yes. Yes. By an individual who sees the value in her and has access to what they feel that woman's value is worth. This is why y'all didn't like Kevin Samuels. This is why y'all didn't like Kevin. See, because y'all want to feel and to hear and be told that you are here, even if you're not. Men are not allowed to do that. So why should you all be? I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. Stop me when I start telling lies. Tell me I'm wrong. Somebody tell me you got shit fucked up. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. And the fact that I have a vagina and a pair of breasts, yes, it does solidify that I should be taken care of, catered to, hundreds of thousands spent on me, cribs bought. Like, who is telling y'all this? Y'all can share that shit all you want with my mans, but like I said, there's a lot of y'all who've accepted abuse in relationships for a lot less. So I guess that would be something that a lot of women would be like, this is the structure I want. I don't care if I get my ass whooped. Finally, somebody taking care of me. You know, when I talk to women, how many women have said to me, wait, you take care of all the bills? Your baby mamas ain't got to, shit, I wish I was in that. And although I like hearing that, usually the women that I'm speaking of that say shit like that, after dealing with them for a few days, I'm seeing, yeah, I guess so, but you don't qualify for that. There's no value in you as a woman outside of, and this is why you have a plethora of women talking about all men think about is sex. All guys talk about is sex. All dudes is looking for is, let me just be clear. If you think that, ladies, then let me assure you, all you have to offer is sex. I'm not a cockhound. I have no problem having sex. I can have sex every night of every week if I want to. And it does not have to be with the same individual. I'm saying that for a point. So with that being said, hold on, ain't never had a man offer you none of that. Ellen, laugh my ass off. Ain't never experienced Delulu. Exactly. And the women who are valuable and do have access to those type of men, they are not sharing and liking and loving and talking about this is what they're not, because they probably know this dude's history. One, he's a fucking scam artist. Two, the dude's abusive. I'm talking all this shit, but you can't go in my history and find no woman that's gonna tell you I cracked her upside her motherfucking head. You ain't finna find no woman that's gonna tell you I did her wrong. I pimped her out. I had my homeboys fucking. Well, I mean, maybe when I was in the army, like, it was a couple little situations, but they all chose those things. We offered them, they chose it. You understand what I'm saying? Not putting a woman into, like, there's women that I've been with, and they tell me about the stories about the men that they was with and what they did and what they put them through. And I be sitting listening, and I'm saying to myself, you allowed that shit? Oh, nah, like, I'm one of those who judge women off of their exes. I'd be like, damn, shorty, she fine, she this, she that. I want to talk to her and get to talking and this and that, and then we get to sharing information, and she tell me who she was with or where she just came from or who she was dealing with. And I'm going, wait, what? Oh shit, red flag. Why? Why would you? No, that's why was right? So that's where I'm coming from with this ideology of these things that are being presented as if this is the standard for us as a people. There we go. That motherfucker is not nothing standard in my village. There's nothing that I'm saying in my village. Hey, this is how we spoke. Hey, y'all, check out how he do. This is how. No, it's not. It's not. And furthermore, just to be 100, I felt it was a red flag that he posted that shit. Like, I was kind of like, all right, what's your point? Right? You know what I'm saying? If this is the agreement, you, like, I've never came on and made a post with a picture of my woman and said, hey, y'all, I pay all the bills here, and I do this, and I dick her down like this, and I do this, and I do this. So, yeah, that's how I do. Okay, like, he was pandering to broke women. Exactly. And that's what I'm seeing, a plethora of these broke women who don't have history of having men that care for them, sharing this shit and speaking as if we need to be ashamed of ourselves as men if we don't match this shit. You need to be ashamed of yourself as a woman to post that shit and act like that's something you want. You want to get your ass whooped just so you can get a nice bank account, so you could be with a man who basically bought you. I'm not interested in buying none of my women. I'm not interested in purchasing no women. No, I'm interested in bonds. And for me, there has to be something that what are we bonding for? What are you helping me with? Because I'm not the one that's gonna be just cashing out hundreds of thousands on a broad because she got some pussy and some titties. I was wondering like, oh, okay, well, what the fuck do she do? What like, notice he spoke on everything that he fucking does. He ain't speak on shit that she do. Like, tell me why you do this shit. That would have made more sense for me if he would have came behind it saying, my woman, this, that, and the other. She holds me down like this. She is influential in my business. She assists me with calming my nervous, and this is why. And then say all that. He didn't say shit about her. He didn't say shit. It got me going, all right, well, who the fuck is she? What did she do? Like, did she just sign up? Like, was there a, like, you accept the applications? Okay, I'll take the position. Yeah, I guess. What, you know, I guess. You know, so I just had to get on and verbalize my 2 cents about this shit because it's a whole lot of she made me millions, so I do this for her. See, that would be something that, you know what I'm saying? On some Gucci man shit. Remember how he was? I went to jail. I left her ass 2 million. I came back. She had 15 million. This the fuck I'm talking about. This what that I ain't had nothing like, hell yeah, that's some structured shit. And it made me comfortable because I'm going, that's what I'm talking about, big dog. That's how you invest. As far as I'm concerned, that's not an investment. That was a purchase. You ain't telling us nowhere where the investment was worth it. You just telling us you purchased the bitch, you could beat on and do what you want. And she's sitting there all in the chair like, yeah, it's me. Yeah, I'm not the last one he whooped ass. I'm the new one, right? And this is why we have years later people who come and how they call whistleblowers and let it be known what these people did, how they doing it, how they exercise it, and then everybody want to be mad. See, I knew this was, I knew he wasn't. You ain't no shit. That's another thing that be getting me is, let me speak on it. I'm gonna go sideways right now. I be seeing all of this. Oh, my ancestors gave me what I needed, and the gods bless me with this, and my intuition leads me to where I needed to be, and finally I got the man I'm supposed to have, and I'm doing. And then a year later, oh, this nigga ain't shit. He beat me up. He fucked my sister. He gave me an STD. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do y'all think I forgot when last year you said the ancestors blessed you with this individual? When you said that this is exactly what you've been looking for. When you said that my intuition led me to start fucking with this individual because these loser ass dudes, and so this guy, but then 6 months later, he a loser ass dude. Y'all need to stop lying on your ancestors. Y'all need to stop lying on your gods. Y'all need to stop telling lies on the powers that be. Like, is your intuition correct? Are you that smart? Are you that tapped in? Are you that tuned in? Because I don't understand why these conversations switch up so drastically, right? So was this sent by your ancestors, or was just another motherfucker that got in your inbox and said some fly shit and you wanted to fuck with him? So you just presented all of this. The ancestors sent him, and the gods finally blessed me with the man I've been, and did. Just so that he could give you an STD and beat your ass and harm your children? Are y'all? I don't know, man. Just something ain't adding up here. I think we need to take a little bit more time with the things that we profess. I spoke on 3 years ago, for almost 4 years ago now, the relationship that I had got into. And for those of y'all who've been following me for a minute, y'all know who I'm talking about. And when I spoke on the messages that was coming to me clearly, the prophecies that came to me, I said, my daughter has been prophesied over 3 years, because I had already knew from multiple um shamanistic priests that I dealt with. Two of my women was in the realms, like they both at separate occasions or separate times was telling me, yo, you got a daughter that's coming to this realm. And this again, they're telling me it's not going to be from me, right? So when I met the individual, the day she walked in, I said, oh shit, you the mother of my children. It was that clear to me. I didn't need to go check in. I didn't need to tap in because it had already been prophesied. And as we went through our trials and tribulations, one thing that people who follow me always remember me saying was, my child was prophesied, not the woman. My daughter was prophesied, not the relationship. You never heard me say, oh, the ancestors sent me the woman that was supposed to be for me, and this is the love of my life. No, no. This is definitely the mother of my children, and this is definitely going to be that. It's going to manifest that. I'm going to have children with this woman, and I knew that from day one, which is why when we met, it was like, it wasn't, I didn't need a whole lot of anything. Oh, I know exactly who the fuck you are. Let's get it. Literally, we spoke to each other like, you do realize, right? Yeah. So you ready? Yeah. All right, let's get it. And we created our child that night. A lot of y'all might not know that. So this is what I'm saying about the claiming of, the speaking of these things being sent, these things being meant, these things being manifested. Be a little bit more cautious with that. You know what I'm saying? Be a little bit more intuitive, because it's a lot of individuals that just scream and shit. And it's like, yo, my teacher taught me how to not be short-sighted, but how to look down the line. There's a long line of situations that happen to bring us to where we're at. There was a lot of things that was said. There's a lot of things that prophesied. I go in, man, listen, if I'm interested in you and we get on each other's social media and all that shit, I'm scrolling your shit. I'm going at least a year back. What you been thinking all year? What you been doing? What you been saying? What you been manifesting? And when I see a whole lot of, oh, this was sent and this was this and this was that, and like you done had 3 niggas that the ancestors then sent over the last year, yeah, nah, I'm good. No, no, I don't trust your ancestors. And then if it ain't your ancestors, then it's your intentions, it's your integrity, and it's your ability to discern. You don't have a good ability to discern. The majority of my relationships lasted years, period. I don't be in no 2, 3, 4 month relationship. Oh, I found out she was this, he was that. How the fuck you even get into a relationship without already knowing that? You know what I'm saying? My last relationship, 3 years before that, I had 14 years with 3 women, 8 years for one, 10 for another, 14 with the last. You know what I'm saying? This was all conjunction, all in one. So I'm not no, oh, I was sent something and this is a blessing for me. And then 6 months later, man, fuck that bitch. A lot of us are just not aware of our walks. You know what I'm saying? We're not aware of what we're actually signing up for, what we did, what we, you know what I'm saying? And again, this is what I'm saying about people get too lost in social media shit. Hey, y'all, that was a post motherfucker put up, a scammer who's abused of women and got y'all running around sharing him like he's the standard for men to follow. All right, when you get your head bust, that's the standard you picked. That's the standard you looked for. That's what you created your reality based off of. But then you got motherfuckers who will go to bat, will protect, provide, and will teach and educate, and y'all want to be mad at a nigga. You have said, yeah, I was talking about me. Yeah, that's cool. Don't worry. Yeah, I was talking about me. Yeah, yeah. Y'all meet a nigga like me, and y'all be like, he always expecting, he always talking shit, and he all like, yeah, I'm gonna hold us accountable. That's how the individuals that I be with get to the levels they be with. Like, I don't have a problem saying, I tell every woman, every single one, you should be better off when you leave me. If we are to split ways, when you leave, you should be better off than when you got to this motherfucker. Financially, mentally, emotionally, educationally, whatever the fuck. Like, That's what a man is supposed to do. But understand, you all are our useful land. What do I mean by that? A man is a farmer. A woman is the motherfucking farm. So, yeah, I could be a farmer without a farm. I can. And I can do, works for individuals who I got a farm. Can I hire you to work my farm? You sure the hell can. Did y'all hear what I just said? I hope so. I'm gonna keep going though. Right? So with women being the farm and men being the farmers, you have to be useful land. Meaning when I come to get ready to plant, I can't be told, oh, well, this farm was built on an old factory and there's oils all through the fucking soil. So 90% of your crops are not going to grow. What makes you useful land? Every woman is land, but how many of y'all are useful land? Can I build on you? Can I farm on you? Can I utilize you for my growth and development? Right? I'm going to provide and protect. What does that mean? I'm going to pull the weeds about the garden. I'm going to plant the seeds. I'm going to buy the fucking equipment to till the soil. This is what a man's supposed to do. But a woman has to be what? The useful land. Something for me to work on. Right? I mean, stop me when I'm wrong. If y'all seeing it differently, please step in and correct me. I'm not above being corrected, but I'm just trying to make sense out of this shit. It's like a woman saying, if you want to fuck with me, you got to have 13 tractor trailers. You got to have at least 5 years worth of seeds. You got to have, you know what I'm saying, naming all of these things. And I say, all right, I got all that. And then I come to you and I'm like, let's get to it. And then your soil is contaminated with oils. Your soil is contaminated with whatever type of contaminations, poisons, pollutants, and all of that. I got all the shit you just said that I'm supposed to have. I got it. I can't grow shit on you though. You contaminated. You fucked up. Matter of fact, shit, it's trees all over this motherfucker. I still got to deforest this shit from the last motherfuckers who grew the wrong fucking shit on you. Why the fuck would this motherfucker plant an oak tree 5 motherfucking meters from in front of the goddamn house? Now the roots of the fucking oak tree is breaking into the goddamn sewage system. This is what we have. A plethora of land that's not useful. Listen, if I can get $1 million of crops off of you as land, I'm gonna drop you 250,000 every year too. What? You think I ain't what I am? You know what I'm saying? I was talking to my ex and she was like, the worst thing that I did was never really allow you to know me. I was like, what you mean? She said, because I am one of those women who like to get my nails done and my hair done and go to the saloon and go shopping and go do all of this, you know what I'm saying, worldly shit. You know what I'm saying? But I just never expressed that to you because I know that ain't the shit you like and that, you wasn't going to support that. And I said, damn, you right. You did do us a disservice. Because I'm the type where I'm going to fulfill my woman as long as she fulfilling me. So I had to tell her, like, you actually wrong. Because I had to tell her about somebody I was with who was the same. They let it be known, like, yo, what? I like da. And I was like, all right, cool. And that's what I did. If that's what she wanted, here you go. Here you go. Here you go. What? All right, go ahead. The blase split, whatever it was. Why? Because she was bossing me up. She was giving me knowledge and information that made me go, damn, you're right. Maybe if I did move there like that, I would be more successful. Maybe if I went and copped the Benz. When I went and copped that Benz, people who was around me for the last 5 years and never did business with me, all of a sudden want to do business with me. I was like, yo, I ain't really got to a higher standard. I just started doing different shit. And y'all started responding to it differently. Which did what? Brought me to another standard. Think about it. So yeah, she was able to get whatever she wanted. Like if I had it, she got it. Because you bringing value to me, right? But that's got to be that. I've had women where it's like, yeah, I'm taking care of everything and you're just here. And I didn't have a problem with that because that's what I wanted. That's what I want you to be here with and for me. So we paying for what we supposed to be, not paying, excuse me, investing. Ain't no hoes out here. We ain't paying women for shit. We're investing in those women for the return of interest. See, the problem is a lot of us don't do business and we don't know about business. So these types of terms, and like when I'm saying like too many women are self-appraising themselves. How many people know what appraising is? How many people have bought homes? How many people have sold homes? So if you don't even know what these terms are, then trying to understand where I'm coming from could be challenging. And if that's the case, it lets me know, red flag for me. I need you to know what appraisals are. I need you to know what the difference between a 3% and a 7% on that purchase of a home, why that might be something we need to wait for, or we need to go ahead and move it. See these types of things, right? We as men invest in our women because our women are valuable. Women are valuable, and they're valuable for a different reason than we're valuable. We are supposed to be valuable because of what we can create mentally, and women because of what they can manifest physically. So that's the whole men and women. Of course, we need, if you do something outside of that, that's your business. Okay. Let's not get that started. I got a lot of different friends and families and different lifestyles. I'm speaking on man female relationships, like I always say. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay. So, with that being said, men and women need each other. Okay. And that is why most women aren't farmers and most men are not farms. Now, if you are one of the, few, different type of individuals that do cross over into those other, constructs, because that's what we're talking about here, that's fine. My best friend, I love her to this day. She has always been a, she's been the breadwinner. Literally, she used to go to work while her husband stayed home and watched the children. That's how it was set up. You know what I'm saying? Like she goes to work, she makes the money, she pays the bill, he stays home and watches the children. He really stayed home and played video games and got drunk, but the children would be there. So it was like she didn't have to pay for, daycare. So that, and then there's guys who, there are some men who are more homebody type of dudes, and if that works for your relationship, that's fine, but that's not the standard overall. Ain't no woman supposed to be somewhere throwing pallets while the man sitting at home making biscuits. If y'all like it, I love it, but that ain't the norm. That ain't how we want to construct our society. That's not how the village is supposed to operate, at least mine, right? That's why I always speak about my village. Like, to not offend nobody. You have your thoughts, you have your values, you have the way you walk. That's your village. In my village, we do things differently. So the men are supposed to do the quote unquote heavy lifting and working. The women supply us things to work with. That's why I say the women is like the useful land. You understand what I'm saying? Shit. Think of like how easy it is for women to manifest. Like shit, y'all drink water and then feed babies milk. Like y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all manifestation. But we usually carry, supposed to, the knowledge and the wisdom to give to you all, to impregnate you all with the manifestations. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to get on the phone with the women that's like means a lot to me. And I'm always trying to give them some knowledge on how to get to the next step. I'm trying to tell them how to start their business, how to improve their business, how to, like whatever I can that they can take and go like, damn, I didn't even know that. I didn't even realize that. How they can improve their relationships. How they can like my brother always say, yo, we fountains, not drains. I like to be a fountain to the people that I hold dear in my heart, not a drain. So if I call you, that means I'm about to fill your cup up, show. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to fill your cup up, right? Not, oh man, this is going on and I need this and I need that and blase split. You know, no, 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 no. Hey, I got something for you. Like, oh, I got somebody you need to talk to. Yo, so and so, they doing this program, and I told them that you will be perfect to right? Like all of that. Like, so that's how I feel like we as men are supposed to be. Like, women have resources. They are the planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? But we give them the understanding, like, you know, that if we take that tree and chop it into lengths like this, and then sand this part, and we stack it, and then we hammer right here, yo, that could be a house. Like, what? Matter of fact, hold on, I'll do that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, hey, but they are there to motivate us. They are there to inspire us. They are there to encourage us. They're there to nurture us. You know what I'm saying? Because we'll get like, man, this is some bullshit. I don't want to do it no more. I'm tired, blah, blah, blah. And she'll say, baby, you doing it for me though. I know you tired, but look, you almost finished. All you got to do is put the roof on. Because I'm telling you, man, these bugs is tearing my ass up, and I just really want to be indoors. You know what, baby? You right. Let me stop bitching and get up here and finish this shit. Whereas if it was just us, we sleep outside for another 2, 3 weeks before we finish that shit. I don't give a fuck. Fuck it, I'm tired. Right? But when you got women, it's like, I can't fail. I can't lose. I don't know about y'all, but that's how I am. Like, that's how I am. Like, when I, like, my women will tell you, any of them I've been with are going to be like, they'll tell you, like, this nigga won't lose. Like, and anytime he feels like he is, it's the women that, listen, I was in the military. Let me tell y'all a story. It's a true story. I was in the military, and I came home on leave to visit my father and his wife. And his wife's sister came into town. And so we hung out, and she was cool as shit. I'm talking about, she was my new best friend through just that weekend. She was the dopest fucking person ever, right? Like, this is my ace boon coon. No sexual shit or nothing, just a dope ass woman. And we really clicked, right? And so after the 3 or 4 days, it was like a 4-day weekend was over, she was like, yo, let's stay one more day. And I'm like, man, I would have to call in and get emergency leave. I mean, we should, but I don't know. And she was like, just go ahead. If you call off, I'll call off, this and this and that. And I thought about it, and I was like, man, I would, man, but I'm going to go ahead and get back. And she like, damn, if you leave, I'm going to leave. I'm like, no, I'm going to go ahead and head back. And it was a storm and everything. So I got back, and a day later, I got a call that Amanda got into an accident and got into a bad car accident on the way home. And she's handicapped, as they call from the nipple line down. Right? So now she's in a wheelchair and shit. And at the time, I felt bad. Y'all understand where I'm coming from. Like, I'm like, she asked me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I took some of that, like, damn, like, she said it. She didn't want to go. The storm, just stay with her. And you talking about how cool she was, how much you liked her, and you couldn't even do that. Okay? So I felt fucked up. Felt real bad. And so a few months later, we had a PT test, which is physical training. And it's where they basically test you. You got to be able to do a certain amount of push-ups, sit-ups, and a 2-mile run in a certain amount of time. And I had got drunk the night before, like we always do. We just stupid, just ignorant. You just saying the wildest. And got drunk, hung out, and was like really fucked up. And it's time to get up and go take PT tests. It's like, oh shit, not today. Oh my goodness, what the fuck? Like, what did I do? Why would I do that? All right, go to the PT test. You know what I'm saying? Do my little push-ups. I did enough. You feel me? I did enough. I'm not trying to stunt. I did my sit-ups, but my stomach is immaculate. So I crushed that, like, because I do on accident. Then it's time to do the 2-mile run. Oh my God. I just finished drinking 2 hours ago. You want me to run 2 miles in under 16 minutes, I believe. Oh my goodness. I get to running. This is 8 laps around the track, okay? I get to lap 3, And I'm thinking to myself, this is all bad. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. I'm tired. I want to throw up. I'm running like, oh my goodness. So I get to lap 4 and I'm like, okay, you halfway through. You halfway through. Just come on, push. You can do this shit. Come on, man. Don't slow down. Don't throw up. I got to lap 5 and I stopped and I put my hands on my knees and I bent over and I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm through. And I heard in my mind, Amanda would give anything to be in your place right now. And I was like, oh shit, I'm a whole ass nigga. And I started running again. Hey y'all, I ran the fastest 2 miles in my military history. 13 minutes and 10 seconds. Listen, like just thinking about her and what just y'all know what I'm saying? It inspired me. I felt her spirit like, nigga, if I was there, I'd be running. And I started running and I took off. And them last 4 laps, man, I cooked that shit. They was like, damn, fuck going on with Perrier? And like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't tell too many people. I told a couple of my partners when we got back what had happened, but you know, that's what I'm talking about. That's the magic that women have. That's like when you like the love of a woman, the adornment, the attention, the trust, like that should do something to us, and it gives us a lot of fucking power, a lot of strength, a lot of vitality when we need it, and we think we ain't got shit left. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm very aware of the power, right? Women are magnetic and men, we electrical. We electric energy, right? This is why we need them heavy metals, not heavy metals, excuse me, but them certain minerals to keep on point. You know what I'm saying? The zinc and the gold and the platinum and keeping us, right? Because those have electrical charges, right? We eat vegetables, those have minerals in them, and the minerals in those vegetables have electric charges. And when we eat them, our body absorbs the electricity and then it flushes the minerals out because our bodies do not digest minerals. They don't absorb them. That's why they call it toxicity, is when you have too many of a certain heavy metals like lead poisoning, right? So that's the electric energy that men operate off of. We like the sun. We're electrical. Women are magnetic. See, they magnetic. That's why, like, this is what they mean when they say, like, that the women choose. Like, even if you howling at them, they put themselves in your rotation. They gave, listen, when they started rotating around you, that gave you the ability to shoot your shot. Women know what they be doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when they come in your presence, when they make eye contact, when they laugh, smile, whatever, whatever. So this is the magnetism that they have. Women have magnetism and men have electricity. This is why, you know, a lot of men say that jewelry and things of adornment are for women because it increases their magnetic abilities, right? They bring attention to certain things where they say men don't need those things because it's not a magnetic energy we're giving off. We're giving off an electrical energy. You see? And so when you combine these two things, that's called electromagnetic conductivity. I, at a young age, built an electric magnetic motor. It was one of the dopest things ever. It was in like woodshop class in Colorado, and it showed us how to wire around the bar with real tight coils, real tight on both sides, and then to connect them in the middle on this little regulator, and then we put that on the end, and there was 2 metal pieces on here, and we sent electricity to it. And when we sent the electricity to it, it started them trying to catch the magnets, and it just created a rotation. That's electromagnetic conductivity. I learned it. I know what I'm talking about. So when I got older and I started to realize how man operates and how woman operates and electromagnetic conductivity and how that creates a certain power and a certain magic, I understood it. I understood it easier and quicker and on more levels after having created that. So it was something that stuck out to me. And so for me, the understanding of the electromagnetic magic, the electromagnetic conductivity, this creates an energy that was not there before. And this energy can be utilized for wherever you send energy. This is where the sex magic come in at. You understand what I'm saying? So just watching all of those things, this, for me, that run, that that wasn't sex magic because we never had sex and that wasn't a sexual attraction, but it still carried the magnetism and the electrical properties coming together to create this energy that I was able to utilize in a physical form. I was able to take that conducted energy and internalize it to run faster than I ever have before. Because that was always my challenge, the run. I used to hate them 2 mile runs. So I'm doing just enough to pass. I'm doing 15 minutes, maybe a 14:55 on a dope day, but 13:10, nah, I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. And I know that the only reason I was able to do it was because of that, you know what I'm saying? That magnetic electronic conductivity that brought about that power for me to run through that like that. You see what I'm saying? And this is why we are there to give the women the protection, because the love for a woman will energize the warrior in you. Whereas just if you was out and about and somebody ran up and started whooping your ass, you not gonna respond like when somebody break in and they are about to attack your woman and you walk in the room. Yo, your whole energy fucking him up is about to be totally different than it was when the motherfuckers ran up on you in the streets. Just like when somebody tried to do something at your children. Come on, y'all know what I'm talking about. There's a certain energy that goes into that. You see what I'm saying? So all of this has to be included in these relationships. These things have to be paid attention to. These things have to be, you know what I'm saying, part of our understanding with one another, right? Because this is where a lot of individuals don't understand that they like, I've seen where individuals, she breaking her men down like she do her sons. She's found somewhere that is a thumb screw to this man and will use that to shame him. Hmm? In public, around his friends, around his people, maybe just one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? But what you're doing is you're taking away that natural power and ability. You understand what I'm saying? You're supposed to support. You're supposed to, and if they are out of pocket, you're supposed to check them. You know what I'm saying? But it's the way you do it. You know what I'm saying? You do it through motivation of yourself. You do it through not shame of him, but motivation of yourself. Give him the understanding of, because if y'all have a bond, you know what I'm saying, understanding that there's something that you want or that you feel is lacking or that you feel should be there or whatever, even if it's coming from me, this is something I'm gonna be very attentive to. Like, wait a minute, what? Don't make it about me. I don't give a fuck about me. You feel me? Like, that's what I like think about men, like what we're set to do. Now, every man might not be like that. So like when it comes to like decorating the house, what? Like, man, I'll be done had a fucking little table over there with some shit on it and put this right here, bed right there, and my bookcase over there. I don't the fuck. I don't. What picture you want? A picture of what? I don't fuck like. So I don't be giving a damn. You understand what I'm saying? It's like you do that. You do that. You know. So it's the same when it comes to ourselves. Like we don't really care about a whole lot of things. But when y'all tell us that y'all care, or this is why y'all want, or this is how y'all feel, that's like, oh shit, okay. As opposed to you ain't even look at you. You look like this, and the people think, and you like you just the shame is gonna fuck with them more than the actual pointing of the self. You know what I'm saying? But if you really just reverse that and just complain, don't shame, complain about what you are feeling, what you are lacking, what you like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh shit, as opposed to, you know, and that's gonna create an easier conversation, so to speak. Cause Because if he ain't the type to accept some shit, then now we got an argument going. You know what I'm saying? Well, what about when how you ain't and you didn't? Like, oh shit, tit for tat. Once the tit for tat start, you might as well just put that shit down. Like, let's just shut that shit down. But these are the type of things, like, you know what I'm saying, that for me, I'm looking for. This is like when y'all talk about shit. When a man say, "What you bringing to the table?" These are the type of answers we looking for. The ability to communicate effectively, the ability to openly share or complain about. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot don't have that. As my teacher used to say, people ain't never mad about the shit they yelling about. People are not mad about the shit they yelling about. Whatever the fuck started the argument, that's not even what they mad at. You understand what I'm saying? And we have to find a better way. Zani, what's up, my baby? Peace. Oh man, my sister's tapping in. You know what I'm saying? But we have to find better ways to communicate. That's why I be bringing this shit out. I'm gonna tell y'all again. Relationships is my second favorite subject behind animal venoms. I'd rather talk about relationships than entheogens. I don't think a lot of y'all know that. No, pay attention to what I'm always doing lives about. I'm very rarely talking about some mushrooms. That's my job. I don't want to talk about my job. I want to talk about us coming together as man and woman and being more effective and more efficient and functioning properly. That's where my passion lies at, because I know all the healing that I had to ever do with sacred plant medicines, animal medicines, fungi medicines. All of the healing I ever had to do came from a lack of relationships. Think about that. A lack of a relationship with my mother, a lack of a relationship with my father, a lack of relationship with my sisters and my brother. Yeah, because that causes you to do certain things. When you feel like you ain't got nobody, you look for something. You know what I'm saying? So I went to the military. It was like, I can go, since I ain't got love in my life, I can go and practice violence. I'm good at that. I was raised in a violent place. I was trained at an early age, and I tend to be standing out at the top usually when combat is popping off. So I'm understanding that I'm kind of good at this. So let me just go in the military. That shit was an escape. That was the first time I felt free. Think about that. Nigga, you had to go to the army to feel free? Fuck was you at? Exactly. think about that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, lack of relationships is what actually put me in every damn near every situation that I've been through. So for me, it's something I hold very passionate. Like, damn, had this been done this way, this would have never happened. Like for me, when me and my moms had our talk and actually reconcile, it was 30 years. She sent me away at 11. I was 41 when we had this talk. This was like 3 years ago. I ain't had no mama for 30 fucking years. Understand what I'm talking about? And we had our conversation and we squashed it. Come to find out, the whole shit was a misunderstanding. She thought that I did and went and said, and I'm like, no. And what it really was this happened and this happened. And she was like, I didn't know nothing about that. And like, we sitting here looking at each other and I'm seeing her in her face. She's telling the truth. And I'm like, damn. A lack of communication gave me 30 years of not having a mother. And of course, off of that, accepting polygyny as a proper, comfortable state of relationships. That's some shit. If we would have just had a simple conversation. Oh, but people don't talk to their children. That's why I did the video the other day about is a child supposed to stay in a child's place? What the hell does that even mean? I don't want my children in a child's place. I heard about child's places and what happens and takes part in those places. My children sit next to me. You know what I'm saying? They're allowed to be in adult conversations. What the fuck we talking about that we need to hide the children? Maybe we should change what the fuck we talking about. So it's like, yeah, man, we need to learn how to communicate more effectively. Like we are too quick to, I said some shit. I said what I said. Okay, I heard what you said. Now shut the fuck up and listen to my response. Damn. It's crazy how much distance a misunderstanding can create. Oh my goodness. I'm talking about, I mean, let's be clear. The majority of anybody that I have been affiliated with, talked to, hung out with, they lived in my house that I don't talk to or affiliated with or fuck with anymore was because of a misunderstanding and people being too immature to have conversations. That's what we got a plethora of. You know how we know that? Look at everybody's block list. Look at your block list. Look at your block list. Like, why you got so many people blocked? What's that all about? You know what I'm saying? I block people because of personal reasons. There was some disrespect going on. It's some unacknowledged shit going on. Shit like that. Like, I can deal without that. You know what I'm saying? But like on some arguing and going back and forth and disrespecting each other and like, yo, that shit runs rampant on our community. You know what I'm saying? Because of the social media shit. Like you got a plethora of possibilities for your Facebook friends. My shit changed like every 6 months. I'd be like, who the fuck are these new people? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just uh your mom blamed you. So I'll say this: my mom and my pops is both from Detroit. They went to Finney High School, so we all know that in our city, you don't call the police on your peoples. Okay. Um, And it's like, there's some people who are real serious about that. Like I've ended relationships off of you call the police. Oh yeah, this like nah, you just basically tried to get a hit out on me. Like you just tried to get me killed. Like that's how serious that type of shit be. Or you trying to put me under the bus. You know what I'm saying? You know how black people is about that calling the police on people's shit. So what happened was my stepfather had beat the shit out of me. He took his belt, wrapped it around backwards, and left the buckle out. So for those who know me and have seen me do this to people, this is where I got it from. Hurt people, hurt people. He took the buckle and he held me up by my leg and was beating me in my nuts, you know what I'm saying, with this belt buckle. So this is what I mean when I say he was beating the shit out of me. I want to give y'all the details. Not like I got a whooping and I'm a little punk ass little boy. Oh, he whooped me. No. This dude was out of fucking pocket, okay? So I tried to speak to my mother about it, and she felt like, oh, you got a whooping and you want to complain. I don't want to hear it. So she kind of brushed me the fuck off, right? Um, and I called my father, my real father in Detroit, okay? And if y'all have heard me speak about my father, this is where shit got, and so I told him about what happened. And so he basically called her and told called the dude, my stepfather, and basically told him, like, yo, my man's, you put your hands on my son again, I'm gonna kill you. And um, ask your wife about if I say that. Okay? Like, ask your wife who I am, like, bruh, right? So it caused a little stir. And so um a couple weeks later, I got in trouble for something at school. And my mother came to the school and, whatever. And then when we got in the hall, she looked me in my face and she said, you know what? When you get home, I'm not even going to whoop you. And that caught me off guard because, like, you be waiting on a reason to whoop me. She said, I'm going to let Terry whoop you. And right then and there, I didn't say anything out loud. But in my mind, I said, okay, well, bitch, I'm not coming home. Like, you gonna tell me to my face when I get home, you gonna let old boy do what he did. Okay, that's cool. So I ran away. After school, I left school, and the first night I stayed in a tree house, this like little clubhouse that we had that was outside of the school. And then the second night, I stayed in like this. This is Colorado Springs, y'all. So it was like a cave. Like, understand, like as a youth in Colorado, we used to explore all type of places and see all type of shit. So I knew of certain places that was like, damn, that's crazy, that's dope. And it was like when I ran away, I was like, I need somewhere to sleep. So the second part was in this cave. It wasn't a cave, it was like a rock that had a hollowness that went inside of it. Was the craziest shit. But so, you know what I'm saying, you can get inside of there and shit. And then The third night, I was on some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shit. Behind the school, they got this sewage system, like where the water go down and it goes into the actual sewage system. So the white dudes had taught me how to get a gasoline can and get a long straw with the squirt handle on it, one of them Jones, and put a wire hanger with Vaseline on it and roll it into a ball and wrap it around the hanger and light it on fire. And so while I'm walking through the sewer, I got this fire hanging in front of me. And when I squeeze this, it squirts gasoline out onto the wall. So it lights the tunnel up as I'm walking. And if anything comes to attack, I got some protection. I got a little flamethrower. So that was some dope shit. And so then the next night, I slept under one of my homeboys' porches because I went to his house and we was hanging out. And he was like, yo, my parents about to come home. You got to go. Can't be no black people in my house. And I was like, oh, shit. And so I left and it was already getting dark and I didn't know where to go. But I knew that he had like this. We used to sit up under there, like climb up under his porch. And so I slept up under there. So the next morning, when my man had figured out I slept up under there, he called the fire department and police. He called 911. And he reported, like, because he's like, they talk about, they was worried about me. Like, yo, I'm having the time of my life. Okay. So he calls me, he sets me up. He like, yo, meet me at 7-Eleven. My brother gave me some money. We got all type of shit. I got moon pies. I got bubble tape. Man, I got all the snacks. And I'm like, bet. Where was I at? Because however, I came to the 7-Eleven. Oh, the payphone. That's how. Because the payphone we used to prank from. Okay, anyway, because I had it. Anyway, so I get to the 7-Eleven, and when I walk in, the fireman walk up like, hey, he says my name. And I'm like, what? And I turn around to get ready to run out, and there was some police out there, and it was just the whole nine. So they took me to the police station, and they called my mom's, okay? So this is where it went sideways at, was when she came to get me, okay? And they were like, you know, we called him at 7-Eleven, blah, blah, blah. And they say, you know, you about to leave with her. I say, I'm just gonna run away again. I'm not letting him hit me no more. I said it just like that. And the police kind of looked at her like, hold on, like, what's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? So she thought, now this is what I learned at the talk after we talked. She thought that when I ran away, I called the police and said I ran away because my mother and my stepfather beat me. She thought that like the whole time I was on some like protective custody and they like about to investigate her or some shit like that. Like I called the police on her. This is what she thought. So the next morning, she got up, had me a lunch pack, and I was like, what? Because I usually eat the school lunch, so I thought that was kind of weird. And it was a bologna sandwich, a bag of pretzels, and a motherfucking Capri Sun. That's why those three things, just like you give me a Capri Sun, it's like, nah, I'm straight. And pretzels is very hard for me to eat. Like this shit was, and she gave me $11. And the reason I remember that is because I felt like she gave me $1 for every age, every year of age. So she put me on the Greyhound with this lunch and $11. I'm on the Greyhound for what it was like 2 days from Colorado to Michigan. She sent me to my father. And then I got there the next night and I went to the fucking Greyhound desk. And I was like, can I use my phone, your phone? I got to call my dad. And then this dude standing there looking at me and I'm looking at him. And then the lady's like, what's his number? And then I said, 8223. And he was like, Edgewood? And I looked over and he said, man, what the fuck she do to my son? Oh, that was his first words out of his mouth when he seen me. Oh my goodness. I've been through so much fucking trauma. I'm like, what you mean? He's like, man, she fucked you up, man. Come on, we gonna get you straight. And he took me and got me a haircut. And then he put some clothes on me. And then he took me to the after hour bar. And I was sitting there in the after hour bar and this dude was smoking weed. The old dude was smoking weed looking at me. He said, Perrier, this your boy? He said, man, who the fuck else gonna have their son here this time? And I'm looking and I'm like, what the fuck? Yo, hey, parents, this is my guy. We go all the way back. He know what I'm talking about. He know what I'm talking about. Hold on. So Rachel said, so your mom made a decision with her words to choose a man over her son. Brother, this deep is trauma and accountability for your well-being is your mom. So that's the thing is like, now, see, now that we talking about it, y'all are getting a little bit in depth of where I be coming from when I be having these conversations, right? So for me, I knew my mother was addicted to religion. It's like if you live in a household that's what's them people's called to knock on your door? Jehovah's Witnesses. Like, you ain't talking, you ain't going to the movies, you ain't hanging out, you ain't doing none of that. And if you do, they excommunicate your ass. I think that's what they call it. So my mother was in her religion that deep. So it was like my father had already come to the church and caused flattened the minister's tires and the sister's tires. Like he ran havoc because they broke up his family, which they did. They did. They told her straight up, if he's not going to accept the Lord and come to church, you need to leave him. He's of the world and this and that. And she did. And she did him foul. So my thing is, I already knew her mindset. So I didn't hate my mother. I felt sorry for her. And I blamed my father for her even getting involved with the church. She would have never had to do this shit had you been a man and you took care of her and you did. This is why I'm very balanced when I talk about us as men and what we are supposed to do for a woman, but I'm also balanced when I talk about women and the lack of certain accountabilities and the actions that they choose. So to answer the question, I felt like my mother was sick. I never blamed her. It was like mother being on crack and she, tried to pimp you out of some, like, I know you are fucked up mentally. So I'm not looking at you like I hate you for what you did. Right. I'm just saying that I feel bad that you have this mindset. Okay. So with that being said, I did so that's what I'm saying by that. So that's how I looked at her. And then when we had the conversation that I'm talking about now, she took it. She was like, I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? The things that I was telling her and what happened with him during the whooping, all of that. She was like, her face was she was angry. I seen it. She was angry when I revealed this. And then when I told her, about how everything happened, and she understood that I wasn't even the one to call the police. That was just how I ended up there, and now she understood where the fear came from and why I said what I said. So it was a dope ass reconciliation. And then she gave me a hug, told me she loved me, which is the first time I can remember either one of those things, her hugging me or her telling me she loves me. You know what I'm saying? So it did give me a certain relief. I was proud that I had called her and said we need to talk and got that reconciliation. Do we have a relationship now? Nah, it's kind of like I'm 44. Like I got my daughter's grown. What I need with a mama now, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, what do I need with her as a mother? You understand? Because there are women who hold a certain place in my heart that is like, that's that person, that elder that I can go to and feel that. And then that's what created me becoming polygynous. Like, I never believed a woman is going to be there forever. Like, so we don't even need to be trying to put blockages on who might be here when you're not here, because my mother was not there, right? So this is where that comes from. This is my safety mechanism. Like, you can leave me, that's fine, but I'm not gonna be laying here crying by myself, feeling like, oh, the greatest person. No, that's fine. I'm a multi-land owner, so you go ahead and go, and I'll cry on her shoulder, because I'm gonna cry on her shoulder, but I'm not gonna be by myself, you bitch. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's why I'm so big on accountability and conversations. These uncomfortable conversations, we need to have them, because there's a lot of
misunderstood things that create a lot of blockages. And a lot of people are blocking their blessings. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a lot of people. That's why I don't be tripping, y'all. Y'all already know a motherfucker will block me in a minute. I don't be caring because I have always manifested for myself. Keep in mind what I was just saying about the power of the man and the woman together. So think about it. Me lacking that, I have felt like I had to make up for it. Just like when women say, oh, I had to raise my sons by themselves. So I'm still feminine, but there were certain aspects that I had to employ and things that I had to teach my children and my sons because their fathers weren't around. Not teaching them to be men, but teaching them to take responsibility, blase, split. So for me, I have had to take upon myself a lot of the self-motivating, a lot of the self-encouragement. That's why I'm like, as people say, egotistical or cocky. Shit, if you ain't gonna tell me you love me, I'm gonna tell me I love myself, and I have a reason to because I know how great I am. Fuck you, me, and I got receipts on my shit, right? So it's like that self-encouragement because I lacked that from. But at the same time, that's also why it's not easy for women to shame me. A lot of men are easily shamed because they had their mothers doing it to them their whole life. See, I was out of that. So anytime I had any type of back and forth with a woman, there was no shame involved with me. It was only like either facts or we dealing with emotions. And either or, I know how to approach it and how to handle that. If we're going to do it emotionally, I specialize in that. I'm a Cancer moon sign. If we're going to deal with facts, that's cool too because I'm a master debater. You know what I'm saying? you know, so for me, it's like I've had to balance that. And so it's very important for me to have that communication, to have that trust, to have that sense of accountability. I peep in a second, like if an individual is not willing to be accountable, like it's not like you got to bow down, but you got to be able to say, okay, you're right, I did do that. I do see that. You're right. That is kind of, you know what I'm saying? We got to have that balance, you know what I mean? Because that's the only way we can have these effective conversations. You feel me? But yeah, man, I thank y'all for, giving me the safe space to share that shit with y'all, because I don't really talk about that a whole lot. But I'm glad that you all are getting to see, different aspects of me, and hopefully it's helping y'all to understand, that when I'm speaking with this energy that I have, is because I'm passionate, because I love myself and I love y'all. I love my peoples, and I've been through a lot and I know what brought a lot of things about. And I'm trying to eliminate that in a lot of places. Like I always say, if I can get individuals to do right, you know what I'm saying? I can eliminate this type of pain, hurt, abandonment, and shame and things that I felt as a child. So this is why I'm really focused on my sisters. Like this is why I talk to y'all about these subjects. This is why I go hard because it's like, yo, like shit, most of y'all is raising the children. Come on, let's be 100. Shit, I'm sorry that happened to you, but it seems like these events led you to your very being today. Facts. You didn't deserve that nonetheless. I'm happy you reconciled with her, and cheers to you and all the work you do for the village, healing generation trauma, provoking the truth to generate these uncomfortable conversations that are only meant to help us grow. And of course, being a medicine man. Indeed. Thank you, Zani. I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, for that acknowledgement. It's people like you that accept my love and understand it that keeps me going. It's a lot of people who misunderstand my energy and they just take something and run with it, or somebody told them some dumb shit because they hate because I'm just so fucking efficient at what I do and shit. And it's like, so I get a lot of that. But when people who I know that I've been there for, had conversations with, we've had intimate conversations, we've shared shit, we've broke bread, we've birthed babies, we've, you know what I'm saying? And y'all tell me like that y'all appreciate me and that shit, that's what inspires me, like I said. And it's the majority of the time, the women, like, because what they're telling me is you are doing what you set out to do. You are, like she said, eliminating these generational traumas. You are bringing these conversations. You are helping people to grow and understand and approach life in a different way so that our children can have a better life and a better upraising. Like we raising some amazing children right now, y'all. And we're taking certain things out of their experiences as we should. We're taking abuse out. We're taking trauma out. We're removing those things and allowing our children to grow up to be confident and functional adults, you know what I'm saying, and not have to go through all of the works that we have to go through. That's my, like, I don't want to just be the medicine man that heals these things, but I also want to bring about certain aspects for us to walk and talk and to absorb so that we can eliminate these things so our children don't have to do the shit that we do. Layers, just be, you lack nothing. We are a whole as we are. Difference is important to who and what we are in the world. Indeed, Rachel, I give thanks. I give thanks. Yeah, man. So, yeah, this conversation went like way deeper than I thought it was, and it went to a different level of. But I appreciate it, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in, like questions, comments, concerns, like anything else needs to be addressed. Anybody got a question? Anything, man. Like where we at? Hour and 25. So, man, oh man, we've been kicking it for a minute. Like we didn't went from the actual subject of the picture and the projection and the shame that is being cast on social media right now. Like, yo, live your reality, y'all. Live your reality. A lot of people trying to live other people's realities and they fucking their lives up. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, yo, live your reality because it's already made for you. You understand what I'm saying? It's already made for you. And when you lose sight of that, looking at other, like, that's why none of that shit, I don't be like caring about nothing that somebody posts on some, oh, like black men, this is what we supposed to be doing. Cause half the time it's coming from individuals who don't have real relationships with black men. Cause it was like, if they did, then they would know that that's not what we supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Furthermore, like focus on what you're supposed to be doing. I can find 10 women that can tell me what a man's supposed to be doing, but every time I say, so what is you supposed to be doing? Then the table is, don't ask me what I bring to the table. What the fuck? Hold on, what just happened? You know what I'm saying? Let's have these conversations. Let's talk about it. Let's build about it. Let's get into the uncomfortable shit, And let's be able to do it as mature adults. Like I love those conversations. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love when we can not agree on things. What like how people keep talking about I'm not doing this male versus female shit. Like I'm not bothered by it. Like, you know what I'm saying? As long as we're doing it with actual attention and intention. Like, I'm not bothered by it because everybody's bringing up valid points. I just did it. Like, male versus female. Male is electric, female is magnetic. I just did it. It doesn't have to be an argument. It can be a conversation. It can be this is why we say urban philosophy. Like, this is for the people who have the ability to have these conversations. They have the ability to say, okay, I see how you see it, but I see it differently. You know what I'm saying? Because when people can actually express themselves in the best of their feelings, their emotions, their thoughts, all this, then you can actually see where they're coming from and you can build a picture that both of you all can say, hey, we painted this together. You know what I'm saying? We painted this together. Because that's what it's really all about. Because that's what being a village is about. There's going to be something we agree on. Come on, let's talk about it. Is this your son? Is this your daughter? Is this your mother? Is this your father? Is that not going to sway how you feel about it? All right, well, then let's look at it in reality then, as a totality. You know what I'm saying? Not personally. Oh, this ain't personal. Yes, it is. And it takes people to create a village. You know? I love y'all, man. I enjoy these conversations. It's a lot going on. This is day one of the Intentions and Manifestations Alchemy of Self Magic course. Shout out to all of y'all who are taking the course, who are walking down these next 90 days of fucking marvelousness with us. This is just day one. And shit, stay tuned because it's about to get amazing. Other than that, man, if y'all need me, if y'all need to talk, y'all need some works, y'all need some ceremonies, y'all need some counseling, y'all need some business advice, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to just vent, y'all need to teach me something, y'all need to give me a message, y'all know how to get at me. I love y'all. And as always, please find somebody today and tell them that you love them in the language that they can understand it in. Peace.